you get caught out, you're all on your own.
Right, good point.
They can get wherever to try and support you. It'd be run time.
How far are we away from...
Yeah, I really don't... How far is this thing?
I'd say right now, it's still about a half day's travel.
Oh.
The problem is that's how it's built. To where, like, no one can really sneak
You
up
can't get
on
up on it because they're going to see you. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can't get up on it.
So it also gives some... There's obviously a higher level of intelligence.
That went behind building this
Yes.
fort. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Because normally they're not that intelligent, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay, higher intelligence, let's go knock on the door.
I don't think we're going to...
You're the one who mentioned doing that kind of like...
If they're all gnolls, I have no problem doing what we've done to them.
No, you're the one that mentioned doing the agreement thingy where we live in peace. Well, that's possible.
So, how about this path obviously is half day. It exits the woods about a half day's travel from the fort.
Mm-hmm.
But does it just pretty much open up into flatlands all the way around? So this fort's not like the forest curves around it, or there's any what's the rest of the terrain look like?
No, because the forest kind of ends and then it turns into flatlands and shoreline, and it goes like plains off up further north and then the shoreline.
Okay.
Should we go maybe towards the shoreline and see if they have a harbor already or any kind of...
That sounds good.
You'll be just as visible on the shoreline.
We literally have no option but to go and knock on the fort.
Well,
if we're far enough away, they can't technically shoot us.
And it's made of stone, so it can't start it on fire.
They can't technically shoot us if we're far enough away.
True.
So if we're far enough away...
Sorcerers always go to fire. Like, that's the first...
Yeah.
So, as long as we stay far enough away, and if they see us, and they decide they want to attack us, we can always, they have to send somebody out, we'll be able to see them as well.
True.
So we're just going to start walking toward it?
Well, we know they're here, and we know that there's a large amount of them. So we've kind of discovered what we need to know, and we need to know that we're building our walls, so we're defending the city. We know they come that way, so we could just return home and be done with this.
This is true.
Because there's obviously probably way more than we can handle in there.
For now.
How many fires do I see?
They're behind the wall.
But there's how big is the glow?
The glow looks like it would be maybe one big fire.
Okay.
A bonfire!
Can you fly?
He's a dragonborn, not a dragon.
I don't know if they have wings or not.
That's something that's...
It's a valid question.
It is.
Well, maybe now that
it's
it's still a half day away, we gotta get closer. If we're gonna do any kind of scouting, we kind of still have to get a little closer.
Yes.
Exactly. But we can still stay far enough away that they won't be able to shoot us from where we stand.
So we're going to scout a little bit before we head back. Quick question: is there anything on where the X is at? Is there anything on the map on the other side of that, or is that where it's
an ocean?
Okay, so that's where. All right.
Technically, you could try and go up and use the half-day travel during night and get to the cliffs and try climbing up from the other side. The good old-fashioned,
Brilliant.
cliff climbing, raid the fort.
It's like now we're James Bond.
Vikings used to do it actually.
Yeah. Does the trail lead anywhere else besides right here on the map?
No. This is. It looks like they were drawing a map to the watchtower.
To the watchtower.
To the tower.
Yes.
Right.
AKA, look at the raiding path. This is the good way to go to raid watchtower.
Is the plan to head back, or is the plan to scout a little bit and then head back?
Well, I think we could scout a little bit.
All right. If we scout a little bit, I'll try and sneak up a little ahead too.
All right. So you're gonna go out into the darkness and try and get closer.
Yeah, I think. Well, sure. I would go with two.
What's this? How full is the moon?
Good.
I'm not gonna be an asshole. It's crescent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm a white dragonborn.
Yeah,
I would glow underneath the full moon.
Thanks for telling me how to give you negatives to stealth rolls.
It's not fair. I knew it was a danger taking the white dragonborn.
I don't know if he would do anything here.
I will sneak with the rogue.
All right.
We're gonna get a full night's rest by the time we get back, so...
Stealth rolls. Is the little folk just going to sleep then?
Yeah, I got 15 there, and I got +4 here.
And the
so
elf is going
19.
to turn...
19?
Elf is going to turn into a wolf and follow them without stealthing.
Sure.
15.
Because she's just a wolf.
Sure.
Why do I suck?
Oh my god, another one.
Oh my lord!
Plus your dexterity modifier.
I got a 3. I love the number 3.
It's the magic number.
For me, it
All right.
really
So
is.
as you guys get closer,
I'm not stealthing. I don't have stealth.
yeah, you're just walking. I know. You guys get about, I want to say halfway there. Into the night. You know that this is pretty much as far as you can go before having to turn back to get back to the tree line before daytime comes.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And someone, you know what? Actually, give me active perception checks because you're scouting, right?
Yeah. What's that?
Or is there investigation?
There is
Yes.
both.
I want more investigation.
I got an investigation +4. I like that better.
I want investigation.
23 on investigation.
Ooh, okay. All right. Investigation checks.
10 and 12.
Oh my god, Shy. Get new dice.
4.
I like
15,
these
what's the
dice.
modifier for that?
It's just
Your intelligence.
intelligence and
Wait,
if you're professional.
investigation?
Investigation.
Intelligence modifier. Okay, so I got a straight 15.
Oh, it's okay. I said a +2, so it's a +2.
So what are you at?
It's not 23.
23. You got a
Why
what?
do I have a proficiency in medicine?
So
Because
I
of
set
your
this at moderate, so my
person.
15's got it. So you got it and you got it. You guys actually find a kind of little, you stumble on a little cave that
Oh.
looks like you could easily sneak in and hide and stay here the night if you
Okay.
do, and stay here for the day and then continue at night. So you might have a chance to sneak up on this floor.
Okay. Hey guys, why don't we found opening over here? Why don't we try that?
Okay.
Get some cover.
Yeah. You can all fit in. It looks like a little. Your boots will get a little wet, right? Because it looks like maybe a place that takes in a little water during high tide, right? But not too much to where
Are we on the coast side now?
you're near the coast.
Gotcha.
Like as you were moving, it was kind of like, okay, this is the easiest way to get towards the fort. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you're near the coast, and it kind of looks like somewhere that when high tide comes in, it might come up to your knees. Your boots might get a little wet, but you should be fine.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Because you're saying high tide will come up, but I thought we were like way up on a cliff.
Not yet.
We aren't.
The
The
fort
fort
is.
is.
Oh, the fort is. I
Yeah.
thought it was all level. We're
No,
going,
no,
No,
and
no.
then it was down.
No,
Okay.
you're like because like if you don't go the cliff way and if you don't go the direct high fort we're coming way,
Gotcha.
there's kind of like this shoreline curve.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That you kind of get a little bit of
Right.
protection from being
Gotcha.
seen from.
Okay, I thought we were level with the fort. And
Yeah.
we were high. And
The closer you
Yes.
get to the fort, the way you're going, the harder you'd be to see. Like the way you're going right now is the moment you came out of the tree line, we freaking see you.
Right.
But then as you're getting closer, it's where kind of the shoreline curves up into the cliff.
Right.
So there's kind of this natural little blind spot area, which is where you'd kind of want to, I assume you guys would have wanted to have approached from anyway.
Yeah.
So rather than be the jerk and be like, are you going straight on? Or,
Yeah.
and here's where when high tide will come in, it'll maybe come into this cave a little bit.
Right.
So you guys, plans just to sit here for the day?
Oh, it's still nighttime, right?
Right. But you're setting up to stay here until
Yeah.
next nighttime to
Right.
sneak
Yeah.
up on the fort.
Yeah.
Right? That's the plan?
Did we
Yeah.
want to sneak up?
'Cause I was
on
thinking
them?
if we sneak a little bit, it's not as far to come back here than it would have been to go there. So we
Yeah,
actually
go
got
ahead.
a
I
little
mean,
time.
I think the people who can sneak should sneak.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so
just a
the
little
people who can sneak are going to use the rest of this night to get a little closer, then go back
Right.
to the cave. Okay, that's fine.
And the people who are at the cave will kind of like.
So then who are my sneakers?
I definitely
Me.
don't have stealth, so.
And,
me.
and the little folk is sleeping.
Not me, any of us.
All right.
Alright, so sneakers roll.
18.
It's a 20.
Shit. Okay, you guys get close to the wall without an issue.
All right, so we get close.
Yeah, how close are we at this?
We're about another quarter of the way there, I would assume, because we still got to get a quarter of the way back before it gets tight.
Right.
Yeah.
So we scout out the area basically so we can make travel time tomorrow quicker.
There's no traps. You find a good path that looks like it will lead you right up to the wall.
Did I see any signs of travel outside here?
Yeah, normal travel, like people milling about, maybe going down to the water, going up. There's too many to generally tell an exact number, but you can easily guess that at least in the recent time, and this is them going back and forth, maybe 10 or 15.
And do I recognize the tracks?
They're null.
They're definitely null?
Null.
Okay.
And some hyena.
Okay. Alright. Let's go back.
Okay. Now where we're at, is it cover enough that if we came like here, we'd still be in a blind spot or something, or are we pretty open?
If you approach during the night, you feel like you'd be decently covered even for the non-stealthy types.
Okay. All right.
And I mean, assuming, camp noise and, the wall being in between you, you assume that you'd be quiet enough even with the non-stealthy types.
Okay. All right. Head back.
Yeah.
All right.
So we go back
Head back.
and camp out for the day.
All right.
How are we doing watches?
I'll take first.
Yeah, I can go second or whatever.
I only need 4 hours of rest, and so does Dylan, and he normally takes first shift.
Yeah, typically you guys
that makes sense.
split it and everybody else sleeps, but
Yeah.
I didn't know if you were going to do that, we were going to do that with it being, we're so close to enemy territory.
No.
Right.
I mean, we can have 2 people on, so what we can do is we can have
Right.
Dylan on first shift with 2 of you, 1 of you for 2 hours, and
Right,
the other
right,
one
yeah,
for
I'll do
another
that.
2 hours.
Yeah, the way we've done it in the past. I'm just making
Yeah.
sure we were going to do
Yeah,
that.
we'll still do the same thing.
How do you know how we've done it in the past? No, I'm just kidding.
I, as Droobs, know how you did it in the past, okay? You bastards didn't kill me last week. You killed my character.
Right.
So
That works. I don't want to end up exhausted again. That sucked.
yeah. So that's what we're gonna do.
All right, cool. There's not an issue during the day. You can hear them come down to the shore. They don't get too close to you, but you hear yipping and laughter and barking and all the normal evil knoll sounds. But other than that, there's nothing. No problems. Night comes.
Well, shall we?
Yeah.
All right.
Where are you going?
I'm just gonna swap my batteries.
Oh, okay.
I'm
I
charging it.
was gonna say if you're going near the kitchen, it takes two cubes of ice and then another
Another beer.
Thank you.
W.
Yes.
Yes.
Can I have one too when you come back, sir? Just a can. I don't need.
Jesus, man. I don't know what's going on with my speech pattern today. Alright, so nighttime comes. Yeah, right? Alright, you guys sneak up. I don't need sneak rolls on this because at this point it's your whole party's moving and they're not going to notice you. You guys actually get close to the wall. Now, there doesn't seem to, at least be where you're at, a guard on the wall. And the sounds inside kind of seem like they're just being a bunch of people around a campfire and maybe rather sure of themselves and not really thinking anyone would attack a fort full of gnolls.
That's ludicrous.
So it's an athletics check to climb the wall, right?
An athletics check to climb the wall. I think we do have people with a grapple hook and rope, which would actually, I think, the grapple hook and the rope, I think, give assistances to climbing the wall.
Yes.
I think he does.
Yes.
Because we
Yeah,
use
it's a grapple hook.
So-
Yeah, we do have a grapple hook. 'Cause I
He's
remember
got iron
using it.
spikes, hammers, blankets,
Cylinder.
ropes. Yeah, he's got.
Yeah, one was used before.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Fen, do you want to go up the wall first?
Sure, that would make sense. Say,
You want to let me ride on her back?
If we want to go up in a moment, yeah.
Explosions.
Figures.
deception. What would climb fall under?
Athletics.
Okay.
I think, or most athletics is actually swappable with acrobatics.
I have acrobatics.
Let's son probably want to go. He's got athletics.
Well, you decide, because I have a +4 in acrobatics and I have nothing.
You can use acrobatics to climb it.
Think he'd climb up there?
I say, I
God.
8.
Athletics.
Oh, that's such a